Hey guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing horoscope readings for November 2019, and this is for Capricorn. So Capricorn, that can apply to your sun, moon, or rising sign, as well as Venus. We're going to pull a couple of romance angel cards, so love will be tied in there a little bit. We're going to do the normal monthly spread, everything from current self to advice and encouragement, and we will go from there. So now keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything's going to apply to everybody. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. If it doesn't feel right, then it's just not for you. Okay, so use your intuition, use your discernment here. And also don't forget to check your other signs as well. So your top three, your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, will give you a good idea of the overall energy that's affecting you in November. Okay, so Capricorn. Let's get to it. Your current self energy is the Nine of Cups. Good, good, good. Your theme of the month is the Eight of Pentacles. The key goal is the Five of Swords, okay? The obstacle to overcome in November is the Hierophant. The major accomplishment this month is the Nine of Wands. What to avoid, you have the King of Wands. What to embrace, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. I gotta move these up. Didn't leave myself enough room here. Okay, and where to find support, you have the Four of Swords. And the advice and encouragement, you have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so what is going on, Capricorn? So the overall energy, there's a little bit of tension, a little bit of stress, but overall not too bad, and you seem to be very focused, and you're happy with kind of where you're at despite all of this stress and the burdens weight on your shoulder. But let's get into it. So the current self energy, you have the Nine of Cups. So this is a fantastic start to the reading. This is where you're kind of at right now. This is the energy that you're embodying. And this Nine of Cups is very much about this emotional abundance. It's feeling very fulfilled with what you have created for yourself and having this sense of hospitality. So this is being the good host. This is inviting people into your space and wanting to share with them. In another respect, this could also just be you being alone by yourself, enjoying what you have. So being thankful for what you have, kind of looking around, being proud of what you've created, being proud of the work that you've put in, being emotionally fulfilled in some way. So this is really, really good. And if you're not feeling like this, then it will come, because this is your current self in November. So keep optimistic about that. But overall, yeah, that's really good. The theme of the month, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this could be about really keeping your head down and putting in the work, continuing to focus on some creative project that you're doing, or this could be a realm of study, starting a new form of training or study, education, that kind of thing. The Eight of Pentacles is very much about learning as well as creating. So whether you're working on a project very diligently or you're keeping your head down and really just absorbing a lot of knowledge, whatever it is, you're putting in a lot of work, you're putting in a lot of effort. And that's starting to pay off, because you can see up here all of the pentacles that you've worked on, that you've created. So this is kind of what's going into the Nine of Cups. Like, the work you're putting in is leading you to feel fulfilled and really proud of yourself, because yeah, you are putting in work. That's something to be proud of. And you can start to see the results of that. Now, the key goal this month, this is an interesting one, because we have the Five of Swords. And whenever we have sort of more negative themed cards in a positive position, I start to wonder, where is this coming from and why? So the Five of Swords, let's get some clarifiers on that, because the Five of Swords is really about sort of winning for the sake of winning, but it's really not a win when other people lose. So it's more of like an ego type of win. So what is this Five of Swords about? Ooh. Okay. Let's see now. So the first one that popped out was the Six of Pentacles. Then we had the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Wands as well. So you guys actually have a fair amount of Wands cards here, which can relate to the realm of career, industry, creation, manifestation, communication, and your spiritual, your drive, your passion, your goals, that kind of thing. So what's driving you forward? What do you really believe in? And this Five of Swords with the Six of Pentacles, it's speaking to me of what you're giving to other people and what you're taking from other people. The Eight of Wands there in reverse, indicating that there may be there's a little bit of something jamming up the works, and it could be something to do with communication. So in the past, there may have been a competitiveness or this sort of confrontational attitude, and that's what you were giving out, and now it's kind of a time to focus on a new beginning. So there is this Ace of Wands here. This is an opportunity to start fresh, to communicate more effectively, even though this is not the Ace of Swords, which would be more so about, you know, really clear, concise communication. This is more about passion and creativity. This is being able to magic, use your magic to create and manifest. So when it comes to competition, there's really no competition. It's really just you competing against yourself. And I think that's where maybe you got a little bit off track. So this is about actually giving back in a healthy way to others instead of feeling like you need to compete with them. It's about giving to them instead. So it's about sharing instead of taking. That's, I think, a really big theme for you guys. The key goal this month is about sharing rather than taking. So the obstacle to overcome, you have the Hierophant. So this could be, you know, old beliefs or things that you were taught that really go back to that level of competitiveness that you may have. So maybe this is to do with your enterprising and your business, or this could be to do with how you find emotional fulfillment. But whatever it is, there's some level of me against them kind of energy, or a decisive, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Derisive type of energy where things are separated or you are separated from others. So when it's an us against them mentality, that really just creates that inherent sense of competition, or at the worst sense of it, it can create prejudice or, uh, you know, really just feeling negatively about a group that is outside of you. So think about this and where that came from. Who taught you this? Where did you learn this? You were not born with this, right? Children don't come out of the womb pointing fingers and separating from other children. They all just want to play together. They all want to just be themselves, you know, and that's okay. So, where did we learn this and how can we deprogram that? So, your beliefs are something that there's a good chance that need to be kind of looked at, especially when it comes to giving and taking, as well as the competition type of energy or conflict. So, look to your beliefs. That can be an area that is either limiting you or that is liberating you. It really just depends on your personal situation. If you want to get more detailed and personal about this, then please reach out for an individual tarot reading or a Reiki healing session that can really shed more light on what's going on. But for now, we have the major accomplishment being the Nine of Wands. So this is really your major accomplishment here is to get through all of those things in the past that didn't work. The Eight of Wands in reverse is particularly here. So the communication that wasn't necessarily up to snuff as how it could be for you. There may have been, you know, an imbalance in how you you took from others, or how you wanted to win the argument or the conversation. It started out as just a nice back and forth, and then all of a sudden you were questioning their authority or resisting against them in some way, especially if this is a teacher. Especially if somebody's trying to teach you something and you feel threatened by their authority over you. That could be one of the dynamics, or this could be something that happened in childhood, and that was the programming therein, and you were constantly at war with those who had authority over you. Um, so this Nine of Wands is showing you that you're almost to the end. You're almost to that Ten of Wands, which is in the reading as well. So it's really just about keeping your head about you, and moving forward. So instead of allowing yourself to be wounded from all of the things in the past, this is about taking the lesson from what happened, not the pain. So, what's that quote by Rafiki? Oh, yes, the past can hurt, but you can either learn from it or run from it. So, this Nine of Wands is really about what you choose to do with your past. You can run from it or you can learn from it, and you can move forward. And eventually, you will be able to step into this King of Wands role. So, this is actually what to avoid in the negative sense. So, let's see. King of Wands in the positive sense, he's very passionate, very spiritual, very driven, very goal oriented, especially when it comes to what he creates enterprise wise. He's also a very good leader. He likes the spotlight. In the negative sense, he can be a little bit conflicting, fiery, angry, question authority, question those around him, but like in a negative sense. It's good to question authority, but it's one thing to just push against authority for the sake of wanting to feel like an individual, or wanting to feel okay. So yeah, we have Strength in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, okay. So this is, again, it's about communication. Very much about, there was this sort of underlying type of immaturity that was coming from this King of Wands. So avoiding those negative aspects of the King of Wands being, manipulation or poor communication, wanting to be the top dog just for the sake of being the top dog, not because you have anything to share, just because that was what you felt like you had to do to be worthy or to succeed in life. But that's not true. Again, these were things that were taught, that you learned along the way from various different individuals or situations, that really don't serve you. They don't contribute to your overall happiness. They don't contribute to this life that you're trying to build for yourself. And so it's really only creating conflict uh, when it comes to relationships with others, friends, family, people, society at large, and authority figures or teachers or whatever it may be. There's this resistance to it you may not even act on it, but it's just in there. You know what I mean? It's this um, inner wall, a boundary, a barrier, a block of some kind that is preventing you from really feeling confident in your opinion, not needing to fight to defend your opinion, because it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It really doesn't matter. All that matters is what you think and what you believe, and you don't have to stick up for that when people don't believe the same thing, or if somebody is trying to teach you something, you don't have to fight against them. You can just, okay, that's fine. I'm going to do my own thing, right? That's where you lead yourself into fulfillment. It doesn't have to be always a struggle. It doesn't always have to be a battle. And it doesn't always have to be about winning. I think that's the really big thing here. It's about sharing. It's about working together. And if somebody's not on the same page as you, that's okay. You don't have to change them, and they don't have to change you. Everybody just is who we are. And so this King of Wands, in the highest sense, he's very confident in who he is. He does not question himself. He is confident in his abilities, in his, his whole self. There is nothing that anybody can say or do that can shake that. And so if you're feeling triggered by things on a continual basis, then this is the wounding. This is not the true self. and that affects the confidence level. So this is really about having the inner discipline and the inner strength to tame those areas of immaturity. And everybody has them. This is not to say that you are an immature person. There are areas within us all that are programs from our childhood that we used to cope, and these immature programs and patterns can continue into adulthood. Some people, they never go away. Some people, they stay like that forever because they refuse to focus on the things that are creating the blocks and barriers, or to look at their external circumstances and reflect inward to find out why that's happening. And that's fine. That's their path. That's what they've chosen. There's nothing wrong with that. But some people don't want to continue down that path. They don't want to keep hurting themselves or hurting other people. And so this is where the inner strength comes in, to really look at yourself and say, is this an old program that was learned through fear, or through like needing to cope with a situation, or wanting to prove myself, or wanting to fit in, or wanting to be the best because then I would get accolades and appreciation, and feel worthy and feel accepted. These are things that we all go through. These are things that we all learn from, and it's really just about which direction we take from there. So up next, you have what to embrace, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So embrace this new beginning. You're being given an opportunity to invest in your future, to plant a new seed, to tend it, to grow it, to evolve, right? So you have the ability to quite literally change something in your physical reality that's going to help you to change some of these old trigger patterns that have been playing out when it comes to communication and your inner confidence, potentially anger as well. But most those are all secondary emotions. The trigger itself is always based in some kind of a wound, right? So the anger, the dominance, the competition, those are all secondary to the actual wound. And that's where the area of study is, and that's what's going to bring this level of fulfillment, which is so powerful. So this Ace of Pentacles here is a gift. It is a gift. It's from the universe, and ultimately that means it's coming from you. But there's some mirroring going on here, so be aware, right, when how you're treating yourself as well, right, and how you're treating those in your immediate environment. But this could be a change or an opportunity when it comes to some area of your life, your physical life. This could be an opportunity to start something new, a new diet, a new realm of learning, of study, a new job opportunity. This could just be some money that comes to you, or something that, a gift of some kind. It's interesting, but there's infinite potential for this Ace of Pentacles, and it's really just what you choose to receive, because you do have to receive a gift or an opportunity to be able to use it. So receive it, and then whatever you make of it is up to you. And we have the Four of Swords in the where to find support position. So what's supporting you in the month of November is the ability to relax, to just relax. Take a minute to lie down, maybe meditate, maybe go on a little bit of a retreat, whether it's in your own home or going somewhere. Really just take some time to calm yourself down, to clear your head so that you can see things clearly. Because some of these things are things that have been obscured for a long time, that we don't like to look at. These are things that, again, they were programmed, right? They were programmed. So how do we deprogram? We relax, we calm our mind, we open our mind, we allow insight to come in. And healing, this is a really big one, especially as it's coming beneath the Nine of Wands. This is the warrior going through the battle. This is the warrior healing himself after the battle. So this is quite literally the Four of Swords I see as, this soldier who just returned from war, and he's not dead, even though it kind of looks like it. He's resting, he's rejuvenating, he's now dealing with all of what he just went through. So this is this period for self-healing, mental self-healing above all else. But this I always see as, treating PTSD, because PTSD can come from all of these battles that we've gone through. This is the wounded warrior. And then how do we heal it? Through meditation and self-care. self-awareness. That's huge. So advice and encouragement is the 10 of Wands. You're coming to the end of this cycle, especially with the 9 of Wands. You're almost done. You're still carrying a lot. So this is a time to let that go. That's where that Four of Swords, that's where that Four of Swords is coming in, so that you can let go and put down some of these burdens by resting, meditating, clearing your mind, and allowing your body to heal as well. This could be a new opportunity that's coming in from the Ace of Pentacles, is allowing your body to heal. It's because you've been carrying a lot. And when you carry a lot emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically, it takes a toll on your physical body. So this is a time to really rest and heal, because you have been through a lot. And once you allow yourself the time and the space to rest, rejuvenate, do some self-care, and self-awareness, oh my gosh, that's where you have this 9 of Cups. This is where you have this abundance and fulfillment and feeling like you've got more than enough and more than enough to share. So that is the overall reading for November. Let's look at some of the specific love relations for you, Capricorn. Let's see. Romance angels, what do you have for Capricorn in November 2019? Ooh, there. Oh, that's 3. I always ask for 3, and sometimes they come out individually, sometimes they come out all at once. So trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Yeah, that's a big one. Trust in the process, because a lot of the time we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel until we keep moving, right? Because if you stop, you're not going to see it. So it's having the faith to keep moving forward, and trust that you can make it to the other end. You can come out clean. You're being given every opportunity to do that. Just have faith. Know that you've got angels on your side, okay? You've got angels who are backing you up. You have your team of light who are behind you, who are constantly giving you signals to guide you along the path. So be really aware of the signs and synchronicities that are popping up for you. 2222. Just like that. On the recording time, it was 2222. So trust and have faith. Again, that's what 2s are all about. It's about balance, creation, the master builder, but it's also about trusting and having faith in the process of things unfolding. So trust in your partner as well, because 2s are about partnership and balance within a couple. So trust in the relationship. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your life, okay? So you may not have what you want right now or be where you'd like to be at this point, but again, trust, because divine timing is in effect here. So it may not be when you want it, but it's exactly when you need it, and it's all preordained. So the angels are all, it's very much fated, but in a sense, we always have free will, so fate can be malleable. But ultimately, when I see fate, I don't see it as something external. I don't see it as something outside of us. I see fate as something that we have pre-planned. So it's not somebody else's plan for you to take your power away. It is your divine creation that you set into motion pre-incarnation. So this is not something to fear somebody else's power over you. This is your plan for yourself. So it's worth waiting for, by all means, definitely. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this, again, I feel is in the realm of communication, and some of the issues and the conflicts that lay in that realm for you. So the getting to know each other here is really about just allowing your inner self to shine. You don't have to hide yourself. You don't have to defend or fight to have yourself be accepted. This is really just about being you, and then not fearing what other people think of that in return. So this is just being you for the sake of being you, and wearing your heart on your sleeve. And how that is received is going to be different based on what level of healing the individual receiving it is on, right? So some people will see that as a threat to them because they haven't gotten to that point yet. Or some people will find that scary, and so they'll move away. Or some people will love it because they go, "Oh, I do that too. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Look, let's share." You know, that's where the bond really deepens. If everyone in the world walked around with their heart on their sleeve, what a beautiful place this would be, because there would be no facades, no boundaries, no competition. We would all just be our authentic selves, and we would honor each other for that. So there would be no fear for control. There would be no need for derision between people. There would be no need for boundaries. There would be no need for separation. So, in the relationship for you guys, it's very much about trusting the process. Whatever it is, it's worth waiting for. And if you're not with that individual yet, then it's a good time to get to know somebody. So, have trust and have faith that this individual is coming to you, and that they will be somebody that's worth getting to know, and you can share yourselves openly with them. So you can be who you authentically are. Put that on the table, and it will be accepted and loved. And really, in reality, this is where that Nine of Cups is coming from. It's that hospitality. It's that sharing. It's like, oh, I have so much to give. Like, let's all have a big party here, and I'll give you all of these beautiful things. So this is really nice. Overall, Capricorn, not a bad reading at all. There are some things here that really is just about carrying such a heavy weight and feeling the need to, compare yourselves to others, to separate yourselves from others. But that's something that is slowly being broken down. That's something that slowly you're learning to heal, to oh, yeah. That's what you're learning to heal. That's what you're learning right here. I mean, you may be actually studying something else, but really in reality at a soul level, you're learning to heal some of this trauma, to put some of those things to rest finally, so that you can put down the burdens and heal your physical body as well, because that's where that Ace of Pentacles really could be a beautiful opportunity for you. So heal yourself, and you will attract relationships that reflect that healed version of you. When you walk around with these burdens and these wounds, then you attract situations and people that reflect that. And then that's where you have that Five of Swords energy come in, where it's everything's a conflict and everything's a challenge and everything's difficult, and you have to fight against other people to win. It doesn't have to be like that. That's an internal thing, right? Like, that's something that you're creating, that you've attracted to you, that you are perpetuating based on what you have learned or what you've been taught. So really be self-aware here, and I feel like that's something that you're good at, to teach yourself or to unteach yourself some of these bad habits and teach yourself good ones. Okay, so have trust, and it's all worth waiting for. All of the effort that's being put in is really ultimately going to benefit in the long run. Okay, guys, so that is your reading for November. I really hope that this resonated. If it did, don't forget to like, share, and comment. If you want to start an open discussion about kind of what's going on. Support each other. That's really huge. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you'll get an update every time I come out with the new horoscope videos for the month, as well as the energy updates and the little spiritual chit chats that I do. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, all of the information will be in the description box below. Just hit the show more button and you will have a drop down list of all of my services and offerings, as well as how to contact me to book. Okay, and I love you so much. Thank you for watching. If this didn't resonate with you, that's perfectly okay too. I always recommend watching your moon rising sign videos just to see if those resonate more. But yeah, I always just share these with the intention that you guys will find some kind of insight, clarity, or confirmation. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you, and we will see you next month. Bye.